King Salman's $1.5 trillion empire. Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud was born on 31st of December 1935, is King of Saudi Arabia and custodian of the two holy mosques. A son of Ibn Saud, the founder of Saudi Arabia, Salman was the deputy governor of Riyadh and later the governor of Riyadh for 48 years from 1963 to 2011. He was then appointed Minister of Defense. He was named the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia in 2012 following the demise of his brother Nayef bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. Salman became king in 2015 following the passing of his half-brother, King Abdullah. His major initiatives as king include the Saudi intervention in the Yemeni civil war, Saudi Vision 2030, and a 2017 decree allowing Saudi women to drive. His son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is considered the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia and has led many reforms within the country, as well as engendering several controversies, including the 2017 arrest of members of the Saudi royal family and the elimination of Jamal Khashoggi. Other controversies revolved around the king and his son Mohammed bin Salman, who is the current Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Like in March 2015, the king ordered the shelling of Yemen and military intervention against the Shia Houthis and forces loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh, who was deposed in the 2011 uprising. He first put together a coalition of 10 Sunni Muslim countries, codenamed Operation Decisive Storm. This was the first time the Saudi Air Force had launched airstrikes against another country since the 1990-91 Gulf War. According to Fairyu al-Muslim, direct war misdeed have been committed during the conflict. For example, an IDF camp was hit by a Saudi airstrike. Human Rights Watch, HRW, wrote that the Saudi-led air campaign had conducted airstrikes in apparent violation of the laws of war. Human rights groups have also criticized Saudi Arabia for the alleged use of cluster shell against Yemeni civilians. None of the horrendous acts committed were put to the trail and there were no charges filed against anyone, simply because of the Saudi royal family's wealth and status. To put their wealth into perspective, let's see how and what they own. The royal family earned almost all of its wealth from the state-owned oil company known as Saudi Aramco. Saudi Aramco is the backbone of the royal family's fortune. It is considered the wealthiest company in the world by revenue and second largest crude oil reserve and the largest daily oil producer in the world. In addition to that, the members of the royal family have their jobs and own shares of the companies around the world. Time magazine has reported that the new king of Saudi Arabia, Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, maintains a private jail for errant princes and spendthrift princesses who neglect to pay their bills. Salman's yacht, much like these parked in the royal family's favorite vacation spot of Marbella, Spain, has its banquet room and enough room to sleep 30 in comfort, not to mention a crew of more than 20. The Saudi royal allegedly spent that much on a single holiday in the Maldives, taking over not one, but 3 resorts for himself and his guests, including this one, Anantara. President Obama recently visited the new king in the Urga Palace in Riyadh, a spread so exclusively that non-royals rarely get to see the interior. The family enjoys other palaces and homes as well, though it's unclear how many they have and how much wealth is tied up in them. The wealth of the widespread Saudi royal family is tied up in the country's diverse assets, an estimated total of more than $1.4 trillion. It's unclear how much of that wealth is attributed to Salman himself, but his late half-brother and royal predecessor was worth an estimated $18 billion alone. While not much is known about the layout at Salman's Urga Palace, reporters did spot what appears to be a gold-plated Kleenex dispenser between the world leaders during their January meeting. According to pool reports, these chairs are also made of gold. Salman attended the Prince's School in Riyadh. Not much is known about it, but it's said that a previous king founded it specifically for royals and the children of prominent Saudis. Salman and his family own 10% of a media empire that owns several major newspapers, including Ashaq al-Awsat. That may not seem like a big deal, but according to documents said by WikiLeaks, auditors consider Salman the de facto owner.